Well, there it is, powder coated. That was a rather difficult project. I'm not going to go into it. It's just dental floss and wire and electrical wire and redoing and this and that and this. It was a big McGill actually, but there it is. I think that matches my pendants very nicely. I have a matching set of lamps. You know how it is in a farmhouse like this. Can't have things not matching like that. Today is going to be an interesting day. I wasn't going to show you what you already read in the description about the pendants and some other issues, but it was just a point of being too damn dangerous. And I just want to show you what I found in this newer house and go over some other things. And we'll talk about that when I get there. But there's my lamp. I'm very happy with it. It's a very pretty thing, isn't it? And now that it's powder coated, and it's kind of teeny and cheap, but now it looks pretty cool. I didn't even bother taking any pictures of taking it apart, but you probably should. It's kind of complicated here and all that other stuff, and I had some real nice, good, supple silicone wire, but I just used the old plug. It's fine, but I just kind of want to make it look better. The brass color it had was actually clear coated, and it made a mess in the ultrasonic cleaner, and it just needed to be serviced if I was going to keep it. But there you go. I am at someone else's house, people that are generally mean to me, but they're softening up some. And I'm making this video mostly for my friend John, and he's selling a newer house. This is a 2018 house. And what I ran into here was I had to rebuild all the toilets. They were just rotten. They just builder grade. And I had to change every one of these valves because it had those pitiful portable plastic valves that push and pull, and you do that and you're going to be in trouble. And they're one piece, just the cheapest builder grade you could get. Fortunately, the plumber's left enough stuff here for me to deal with. So there are those. I had to change them under the sink, under the kitchen, under all the sinks, under everywhere I could find them. And not hard to do. And just got the new stainless steel braided hoses and the valves, just the right thing to do there. And now we're going to talk about pendants here. I've already been up in the attic, and I'm going to talk about what I found there. So there's a little test shot at that. This switch right here was dormant, but had wire to it. So I figured there was a wire up in the attic. There's the barn door built, and I was correct. So let's go out here. And was going to make this other notation too, as I did to John. So there's where I put that water recirculation system up there with a little Edie bladder tank. But you'll have to do some plumbing up there. But I wanted to go over here because I wanted to show you what to look for sometimes when you're looking at any house, new or old. Well, not too old, because sometimes they have different fuses. Look in your fuse box, your circuit box, your breaker box, and just look at the neatness of the writing. This is pretty nice stuff, and everything's labeled just beautifully. And do not ever take these screws out unless you're an electrician. Just don't do it. You also want to make notations that you probably have GFCIs in here, and so you gotta know where they are. You can search for a long time to reset a GFCI. So what beautiful work it is here. Pretty soon we're going to be going up in the attic, and I'll show you some work that wasn't so beautiful and actually extremely dangerous. And I don't know if I'm going to explain it to you or crawl over there, because the insulation in these places is just unbelievably deadly. It's just hard to breathe in. I got my respirator with me. What's a nice clock there? I rebuilt that clock, by the way. And so it's not hard to do. So this is a long way down. So we're going to go up there, and I'll show you what I found up there in the search for the pendants. Now there's a floor plan like this house across the street, And they opted for the pendants. We went over there and looked around, and I kind of figured out everything. And then we came back over here, and I just assumed of what I would find, and it didn't really work out like I thought. I was hoping there were cans up there. There aren't. But what I found was simply amazing and extremely, extremely dangerous. So here's our mission. We have these 3 pendant lights. Your results are going to vary absolutely, I feel sure. But I'm going to show a lot of this, but it's not really the main point of the video. The video is danger mouse. So we'll talk about that later, but just lay it all out and do it. You'll be fine. I think they're going to be real pretty myself. Okay, Halloween noise, because this is like Halloween. Now, I hope I won't need those knee pads. But let's get up in this attic here and talk about things. Oh, I didn't bring that silly light. Oh, she's got one. I got this one. So, we're up in this attic here, and there's miles and miles of insulation, and over there's where I'm going to end up going. Now, I'm not going to take the camera with me, but I'm going to tell you what I found. I got to cut this off. I was digging around over there. You can almost see the red wire over there, and I found the pendant wire there. Thank God, by accident, I reached down in the couple of feet of this thing trying to find a rafter, and I put my hand right on it. Very lucky. It did say, it was misspelled, but it did say pendant, and I checked it, and it seems to be okay. And I got little step boards right there, and I'm going to go over there, and we're going to try to make this thing as easy as possible. But the wire was lying there, hot, and just lying there under the insulation, just lying there hot. The hot and neutral were about, half an inch away from each other. So, moral of the story here is, if you have something that you got a dead switch, now in a bedroom, that could be a switched outlet. So, just check that with, however you want to do it. But if you've got a dead switch, like was here, and you weren't sure what it went to, you might want to call an electrician and have that wrung out, see where it is. And they have equipment they can mine around and find things. I don't have it. Oh, I don't have that kind of equipment. So anyway, hot wire lying in the insulation. Okay, well, I guess I can get away with it. Kind of have a feeling that's why there's so much insulation here sometimes, because it hides things. Except for over there, and I don't know. Still don't know why they do that cardboard thing. Guess they don't want insulation there. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to take those. Hopefully I won't need those, but I probably will. All right, it's been a long time. I've been in the attic a long time. The main thrust of this was to mention the dangers thereof. But we were very fortunate that this was wired, and I found the wire. So let's take a look at them. And there they are. And they get pretty doggone bright too. So there that is. And let's look at it from over here. I know the ladder's here and all, but that's okay. Yeah, that looks pretty doggone good. Now there was quite a bit of measurement to get these things right to the bar. You end up with 2 angles, of the angle there and the angle here and the angle of the dangle of these things. And that outlet's not centralized, and it's just all kinds of things you have to learn to gotta learn to live with them. Just like Aunt Bee's pickles, just gotta learn to live with them. What we should have done in the first place. All right, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and don't die in a fire in your house, please. Do it for me.